Hello, Apollo Cosplay here. In this tutorial I'll be walking you through how to do Genos makeup, the eyes and the cracks in the face, also a little bit on the wig and how to do the neck paint. So keep watching. First thing is get my hair back because it's all over the place. First thing to do is to use a palette. For concealing and contouring, I use a very cheap palette because I don't spend a lot of money on my makeup. And to fill in the little red marks, any red marks you've got, which I've got a lot of. Foundation. Next, foundation. What have you got? It's good. I think this is the brush I was using. And I just place it right onto the brush. I'm really not a professional. Contouring. Even though, contouring. Genos has got some fine ass cheekbones. Again, I'm going to go use my very cheap contouring set, which is very oily and has a lot of extra shit on it. I should probably put like a warning up for bad language. I'm sorry. Again, I'm very, very pale, so I've always got the problem that if I put too much on at this point, I'm going to look orange. So I'm going to have to sort of be careful with how much I put on for contouring. But if you're a darker skin tone, go all out. By all means, have some fun. Again, blendy blendy. Also, Genos is fun because usually you have to worry about the line underneath your neck. Not with Genos. Genos is going to paint it away. It's all good. Next up for me is pressed powder at this point, and I use the Body Shop product placement. Woo! I use number 3, which they don't usually have displayed. They have like in a drawer because no one ever buys it apart from me. And it's nice because it's not orangey pale, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's quite nice and white. It's already making my face a bit lighter. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Just take my word for it. You can trust me. Never trust anyone. I've been playing Undertale recently, and that's like the first thing I've gathered is don't trust anything. Especially when that froggy thing, flowery thing broke the 4th wall. That was not okay. I freaked the fuck out about that. Okay, right. Now you have your basic makeup on. Genos eyes are massive. The first step with Genos is to get a very thin brush for eyeshadow, and this one's got a slight curve upwards, so it's very good for precision work. And I'm going to take some black light eyeshadow, and I'm going to create where the eye is going to be, how far up I want it. And this is good for anything you do, basically, to give yourself an outline to sketch later on. But if you do that, you'll see it kind of does an upside down Yui. I don't like that. So I'm just going to raise it. Massive Amy Winehouse flicks. Cool. Okay, this is where it separates. At this point, if you've got lenses that look like these are massive. I'm not going to put them in. I might put them in and redo the makeup just to show you what they look like in, but not for now. For now I'll have my eyes so I can tell you how I'm doing it. A L'Oreal Paris Superliner Fin Slim Thingy. And it's like that. It is very, very thin and it's lovely. And then, yeah, just go over the eyes. So now you look like you're an extra from Star Trek. And I'm going to bring out the bad boys. No, I'm not. I'm going to hate this video. I'm going to hate myself even more. Gel eyeliner. Gel eyeliner. Can't say it. And this is the waterproof stuff. And this is just going to smother every... At this point, start to fill in your waterline. Both eyes are kind of done, although this one is a bit more shit than the other. Language, Phoebe! You're not supposed to know my real name. It's not Phoebe. But it is. Right, as you can see, both eyes are now done and you look like a panda. Cracks. I'm going to use my Thin L'Oreal liner. I'm going to do some basic cracks around here like he's been punched in the face. So the first thing you want to do is find out, like, he's probably been punched around here, so he probably has a big ass section missing here. There we go. That's one empty bit. Now you're going to start drawing in little lines and make sure you're always wiggly. You want it to be wiggly because then it looks a little bit shattered. And I might connect it to the eye, that might look cool. At this point, as you can see, it doesn't look that awesome, but it will. Okay, you're going to fill in the big square rectangle thing you drew here, and that little bit there, and the little triangle here. So I'm going to do that a little bit closer to the mirror, and here we are. What I've also done is where the lines have come out of the black empty spaces, I've made them a little bit stronger just so they'd be a bit bigger and then they fade out into smaller lines from the eyeliner pen. Now at this point it still looks pretty 2D, and what you want to do is you want to make it a bit more 3D with a bit of shading. You can either use some pale eyeshadow or an eyeliner pen like this. And this needs to be sharpened, so we'll be right back. And what you're going to do is you are going to put the white on the outside where the lines are, not on both sides, but just, I'm a bit random, some people keep it always on the right side of the lines or on the others, but I just tend to go wherever I think there'd be a difference between the depth of where the skin is broken off and where everything else is. At this point you have got a lot of white on your face. You might want to leave this like that, but I tend to go back towards my pressing powder and go over the white bits a little bit, sort of blend them into your flesh colour. After you've done all the lines, the white, is you're going to want to fill in the black again, but this time a white eyeshadow. Now this one I use because it's not actually that good, if that makes sense. It doesn't completely white something out. And you're going to shade in the black bit, so like it's almost like it's got a bit of a ledge to it. So keep the extreme black around the outside, but then shade it in a little bit on the inside. So I've gone over the lines again, made it a little bit more prominent. At this point, I can't see if it's working or not, if you can see the line. Yeah, that's better. Yes, you can see here. So you've got a bit of a depth in the middle of the black, and you've got some white around the outside, and from far away this is going to look pretty, you know, the neck. But what I'm going to use is some black face paint, which honestly this stuff gets everywhere. I want to say I recommend it, but if you can find something that doesn't move as much as this does, please tell me. I'm also doing this on a white carpet. Yeah. Get me. Rebel. Paint on brush. So what I do is I turn my head so that this thing of my body, which I don't know their scientific name, stands out. And the first thing I'm going to do is paint a line straight down to the clavicle. And I'm going to paint over the clavicle coming out. And it's good if you can do it in one brush stroke because it creates a nice line. You're going to go underneath, along your clavicles, and then where you're going to make a little dip, like that, mirroring the dip above. Now this bit's kind of important. You're going to want to outline your jawbone. And there we go. You have your neck for the Genos. Let it dry. Right, now that the black paint is on, you're going to want to, one, leave it to dry, obviously. And the second, you're going to want to seal it in with something. You've got proper sealer, that's great. If you don't, hairspray works as well, although it will crack a lot quicker and you'll feel strange. Wig, last thing. Brush all the hair forward. And here we go, full Genos. I'm going to get into my arms now. Thank you.